All right.
You want me to talk into that?
You can just look at me.
Okay.
Okay. First off, I have to start by asking when you were born.
I was born in 1942.
So that makes you how old?
75 years old.
All right. Perfect. So when you were growing up, were there any regulations on how people interacted with the environment, like such as like efficient cars or littering or like pesticides on farmland?
No.
No.
No. We had leaded gasoline. The farmers did about anything they wanted to do, and same way with industry in our day.
Right.
When I was growing up,
so they would just dump it all in the rivers and
they put it in the rivers.
Yeah. Do you believe that people did not care they were harming the environment, or do you think they were just unaware of that their actions had consequences?
I think that maybe some industrials know that they was polluting the environment and the water, but I don't think they really cared.
You don't think they cared?
And as long as the general public didn't complain about it, they kept doing it.
Right, because it's just easy to get rid of it.
Right.
Just by
It was the cheapest way that they had in the industry.
All right. Why were these people unaware of their actions? Like, were people ever taught in schools or?
No.
No. So
no.
Growing up, you never even heard of it, basically.
No, we didn't.
Wow. And like in my time, like we get taught in schools, like how like you interact with the environment and
right,
and how you can like avoid like hurting it and all that kind of stuff. But none of that happened.
None of that happened. No.
Was there a certain event that opened your eyes and made you really see how people were hurting the environment and brought it to your attention?
Well, the only thing I would know is probably the rivers.
Mm-hmm.
The industry and the farmers together, to me, polluted them quite heavily. In fact, when we was growing up, we was told don't eat the fish out of them, or don't swim in them, or anything because they was polluted.
Right.
But other than that, and as far as the air in our times, they didn't say anything about the hole in the atmosphere or anything.
Wow.
We didn't know nothing about that.
That's crazy. What is an example of something that you used to do that you no longer do because you realized it was harming the environment?
I don't really think that the average person was doing that much.
Right. Maybe like littering or something like that.
Well, yeah.
Just little things.
Maybe. One time or another, we probably threw our stuff out the windows when we was teenagers and stuff like that, which you're not allowed to do today.
Right.
But that would probably be about the only thing that I can.
It was mainly just like industries dumping stuff and.
Right at that time, yes.
And the type of vehicles and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
All right.
Our vehicles, we still burnt leaded gasoline. It was called regular.
Right. And
today they've taken the lead out of the gasoline, which makes it much more. Put the catalytic converters on the cars. They're a lot more efficient and also environmentally. That all happened in our lifetime.
Yeah.
That's just like the airplanes.
Right.
We started off with propellers, and you go up the bare field, and the airplanes would sit there on the runway and shake and rattle and roll and everything, and then why they take off with those propellers. Now today they're all jets.
Right.
That's how far we've come.
Right. Yeah. A lot. You've been able to witness how far society has come, but do you think there are still steps to progress even farther? If so, what do you think we as a community could do? Maybe like transforming to different types of energy, such as wind, or something like, or solar energy.
Right.
Right.
I would say that would probably be the next thing that they should really develop. But I think the windmills should be put along the coastlines, and that way they don't interfere with any noise or anything to society. And out west in the waste areas, they get wind out there just like we do here. Why not put them there? They could put a lot of them out there to develop them.
Right.
But I don't know what the cost would be to get the electricity from there, we'll say, to the East Coast.
Right.
I mean, to go to the West Coast, it wouldn't be probably near as bad.
Right.
But to get the electricity to the East Coast, that might be more expensive. But they could still use the whole East Coast ocean, line there, the coastline, to put those turbos in.
Right. It might be more expensive now, but it'll probably help in the long run.
I think in time it would be cheaper.
Mm-hmm. This initial cost might be a lot.
Right.
Having to put all those up and all the maintenance or everything.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they can put oil wells all over out there, why can't they put those turbos on? Those windmills out there?
Right.
Because they got oil wells everywhere. They say in the Gulf of Mexico is just full of them.
Right.
So
put them all where there's a lot of wind. Could do a lot.
Well, on your coastlines you always have your winds, and most of your populated cities are along the coastline.
Right.
So then you get your electricity right from there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much a windmill puts out. How many homes it would heat.
Right.
And light and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's, but here in the Midwest, they're using a lot of farmland to put them up and everything. So, and the population is not near as great here as what they got on the coastlines.
Yeah. Right.
So.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for asking me here.
No problem.